Yo, what's good, SneakerWatch's? It's Kenneth here. I am the content manager and visual media specialist over at SneakerWatch.com, and today I'm bringing you all my top 8 sneaker pickups of 2015. I decided to not do top 10 because I really just had a whole bunch of stuff that I really couldn't decide between. So I just picked out 8 that I really loved, and you know, if you're looking for a super hyped release video, then this definitely isn't going to be it. You're about to see my top 8, so we're going to dive right into it. My number 8 pick, which is the 2015 Air Jordan 4 Oreo Retro. Now, this was one of the first remastered Jordans of 2015 that everyone was waiting for. This retro was long overdue and was definitely like a no-brainer for me. I picked these up as well as a Legend Blue or the Columbia 4s, however you prefer to call them. To see it come back in live version with just like better leather than the retros we have been seeing recently was just, it was a phenomenal thing to have, definitely to add to my collection. It's an all black shoe. You have the cement speckles there on the midsole along with the tumble black leather all over, and it's just a durable shoe, and that's why it's in my top 8. Okay, now we're going to get into number 7. This wasn't really a hype shoe, but after Kanye West wore them during a concert, everybody just like wanted to cop them. But for me, I'm a lover of the Boost technology, so I don't really care to work out in these, simply because I have shoes specifically for that. And I just look at these as really like a comfortable lifestyle shoe. So I wear these when I'm going to work or running around in the city just doing errands. As you can tell, these are worn. I wear all of my shoes. So these are a little beat up, and I probably have to cop another pair. But these are definitely an all-white shoe for the summer. Just a go-to for me. So this is number 7, the Adidas Ultra Boost in all white. Definitely one of the best releases of 2015. Okay, moving down the list, let's get into number 6, the A6 Gel Light 5 collaboration with St. Alfred. So if you all don't know what St. Alfred is, it's a sneaker boutique located in Chicago, Illinois, which is also my hometown. So these were a must-have for me. So if you all look right above the midsole, you can see the Gore-Tex brand hang tag, which is just a prime indicator of the water-resistant nubuck that you all see along the suede upper, along with the durable ripstop nylon. And these are they're dope. You can really wear these in any kind of weather because they are waterproof. I've worn these a couple times and definitely was one of my favorite releases of 2015, along with a couple more A6 actually. But you'll see those as we move down the list. The color combination on these are really interesting, and that's really why I fell in love with this A6 Gel Light 5. This is number 6 on the list. Number 5 is the New Balance 998 collaboration with Premier. So New Balance had a lot of collabs that they came out with, but this is one of my favorites. I really love the brown two-tone that you see in conjunction with the black towards the medial and lateral parts of the shoe. There's a white New Balance logo, which definitely makes this shoe pop. More importantly than that, the quality of the suede was by far one of the best I felt on a shoe, particularly a New Balance, or just shoes in general. The quality has been great over the years, and you also have a hint of leather on the tongue that's accented, which goes wonderfully with the suede. So I wear these quite frequently, and they're super comfortable. As you can see, the Absorb logo on the midsole. Definitely want to shout out New Balance for these, and hands down one of my favorite releases of 2015, number 5. We are finally halfway through the list, and here is my number 4 with the Air Jordan 7 Retro Hair. So these are obviously inspired by Bugs Bunny. These were first released in '91 and were seen on the Looney Tune character in a commercial with Michael Jordan. So I wasn't able to cop a couple of the earlier retros that we've seen in the CDPs and the Year of the Hair release. So this is actually my first pair of hairs. Obviously, I haven't worn these yet. These are still dead stock, as you can see. The Hair 7s definitely have some of the best quality out of the retro 7s that came out last year. The leather is tough and durable. It's a clean shoe, and that red just pops on the midsole, the outsole, and along the inner liners of the shoe. Okay, so finally we are down to the top 3, and my number 3 pick is the Pusha T EQT Guidance with Adidas. So I also copped the cream pair that came out in 2014, and when I found out that Pusha was coming back with a black pair, man, I got excited, and it was a must-have. I was gonna pay whatever for these. Maybe not whatever, but I was gonna get them. So I don't know if you guys own a pair of the EQT Guidances, but because they are running shoes, they are super comfortable, and I've worn these multiple times. Just a super dope shoe. You can see the fish scales on the back and the stitching, the Adidas stitching on the back, and the structure of the shoe is just super dope. You have the 3M on the 3 stripes and the midsole. Love, love, love this Pusha T EQT shoe, and this is why I had to put it at number 3. Finally, we are at my top 2. And as I stated before, I'm a really big fan of ASICS, and as ASICS celebrated their 25th anniversary last year, so many brands did collaborations with the brand, and they had so many great releases last year. Packer Shoes always does their thing with ASICS, and the Dirty Bucks is one crazy release. The pink midsole just pops with the camel and the white that you see along the rest of the shoe. Then you see the off-white leather trim that you see around the ankle collar that matches the rope laces that are also off-white. The contrast and colors on these is super dope. The execution is A+ for sure. You got your leather on the insole and your inner liner of the tongue. You got the Packer logo right there and the ASICS on the midsole and the back. I've worn these a couple times. I've even worn them in the bar, but that's just one of my mottos, is just to wear your kicks, man. You can always clean them or cop another pair. This is a beautiful collaboration with Packer Shoes. If you all are wondering, I did actually cop mine from the store, so I did get the shoe trees, the brush, the bag, and the extra laces. I had to cop these. These are my number 2. Okay, man, so I just want to thank you guys again for checking out my top 8. Obviously, it's a little different because there isn't a top 10, but we are finally at the number 1, which is the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Remastered. This definitely wasn't a shoe that I've always loved, but it stood out to me once I saw it in person. The quality was extremely, extremely dope. The Air Jordan 1 Chicago, man. So this was my only Air Jordan 1 cop of 2015. These were first released in 1985, and being from Chicago, the Jordan era was a big part of my upbringing. While actually the 1 wasn't my first pair of J's that I grew up with, I love the 1s, and this remastered version is an amazing release. The leather was up to par and soft along the upper, with the reds that were really vibrant. Great execution on this remastered version. Jordan brand had ups and downs last year with their remastered versions, but the Chicago ones were definitely the best ones, next to the shattered backboards, which were just insane, obviously. Alright, so thanks again, Sneaker Watchers, for checking out my top 8. Be sure to leave your comments, and like I said, I wear mostly all of my sneakers, so wear what you like, guys, and continue to fight the hype. Peace.
I've had
more
over
than
a
a
few
million.
thousand, more than,
Close to
probably over 100,000 for sure.
yeah, definitely over 100,000. Definitely
Gotcha.
over 100,000. But I'm really not into how much it's worth, because it's a passion I have, and I never thought that collecting one shoe would turn into 882.
So I don't really have a brand preference. Like Kanye West definitely makes it happen on whatever he works with, whether it was Nike, Adidas, Louis Vuitton. And then Jordan's like, how could you like not like this Jordan? Like,